let's see. So this is a solo game from Blacksite Studios. I have the terrain board. I have a video that I put online of me building that. Looks like I need to... There we go. That's better. So, video of me putting that together. I also have the main box set, which came with the rules and miniatures. So, finally got all my miniatures painted up. All right, so the basic idea is you are a survivor, woke up on a ship infested with demons, and you need to restore power, send out, authorize the escape pods, and then get to the escape pods. Those are your three parts of your missions, and as you're doing that, you're going to be fighting your way from room to room. So, start out, let's see, we're going to go look in the book here, and let's see what room we're going to start with. So, back of the book, you're going to find the layouts of 6 different rooms, 2 different layouts for each type of room. And we're going to start with a simple, we're going to roll a d6 here. And so we were starting in room number 5. So that is going to be the navigation bridge. Not where we're going to want to be eventually, but initially we're trying to find the engine room. So for this playthrough, I'm going to be using layout A, which will, and then if I have to come back to this one, I'll do layout B. So let's see if you can see that. That is what the layouts in the book look like. So initially you're going to put down the buildings. Actually not buildings, the walls. This elevated platform. And we have a control panel here. There it is. So to find out more about this terrain, check out my video that I did that goes through all the features. This stuff is magnetic, so they fit into place so I can spin them around. All right, so we have a console, so we have to discover whether we have locked crates. We have a potential of 2 locked crates in this room. 1 or 2 is going to give me no crates. 2, 3 is going to give me 1. No, sorry, 1, 2 is none. 2, 3 is going to give me, 3, 4 will give me 1. 5, 6 will give me 2 of the locked crates. And we have a 4, so that means we have 1 locked crate. So layout says to put it there. We also have potentially 1 barrel, and we do not have any barrels. So look through here. All right. Special rule, the console is in the main ship controls. Interact to engage the evacuation protocols and progress the game into the escape stage. Unfortunately, we have to find the engine room first before we can get to this. So we're going to start out with no power, so our visibility is going to be limited to 2 spaces. So we're going to see where on this board we're starting. Either one of these 2 entrances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to start here. Don't have to do this, but I usually use this particular door. This is going to be the door I'm leaving, and this open door is where I'm coming in. All right, so the terrain's in place, loot's in place, and now we have to try to spawn some monsters. So, roll a d6, we got a 3. Now there's a little table of charts. This means that we're finding demons. We're going to spawn 2 blade demons. We have 2 of these. So they are going to be on the prowl, which means that they are within 4 spaces, out of line of sight if possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to be spawning a gun demon. Gun demon will spawn, he's in the hunting configuration, so he will spawn further space within line of sight, which I think is about there. So it's a solo game. I'm playing it in easy mode, so if there's a question, you put it wherever it's the easiest for you. This game is hard enough without making it more difficult. Let me spin this around so you can kind of get an idea. All right, so now we start the game with I can't remember the pulse dice, I believe these are called. You start with 3. These count as your wounds. Every time you take damage, you go up 1 pulse dice. If you get to a you would have to add a 7th, you're dead. That's simple. So these are going to be determining the monster's actions and your actions as the player. So 1, 2s, or 3s are demon actions. 4, 5s, or 6s will be player actions. So a 1 means that the closest model to you moves. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to move this one. Now, Blade Demon's capable of moving 3 movement points. So he's going to go 1, 2, actually 1, 2, 3. All right, and that's his movement. So what we're going to do is, so now I have a choice. I have 2 action dice available to me. I can do, let's see, I can either blast or bash, basically attack. I can do a spray, which allows me to do 1 damage to 2 different targets. I can do a move or a blitz. Move is, either one moves 3 spaces. Blitz is you're running through a target. Run and gun means you move 2 spaces and you deal 1 damage to a demon. You can style on them. This allows you to move 2 spaces and gain an evasion token. And the last one is interact with an item, which is what I would have to do if I was trying to activate this or if I want to open up this locker here. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use 1, and I'm just going to blast. So I'm going to deal 2 damage to him. They only have 2 damage, so he is killed. I'm going to use my second action to move. I'm going to move 3 spaces. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And now the demons do a mirror phase. So if I did a move, and they're going to move and they're going to attack. So this one's the closest. He's actually going to move right to here, and he's going to deal me 2 damage. So I can try to save on this. I get a 4, 5, or 6. I will be able to avoid that damage. If not, I take the damage. I'm going to say that's a 1. So we are not off to that good of a start. So we saved 1, and we are going to take a point of damage. What that means, another pulse die is going to be added to the mix. So that is the end of the turn. And we're going to go to the next turn. Now, I've added this 4th dice. Oh, this is a much better turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2. So I'm going to style on them. So I'm going to use one of these to style. Styling allows me to move 2 spaces. And when you do so, you get an evade token. So I'm going to keep these evade tokens. These allow me to eliminate damage. I'm going to use a second one to do an interact. I want to see what's in this barrel. So we're going to roll a d6. Let's do this black one, keep it straight. So what's in there? So we find a flame frag. Let's see if we have. So what this will allow me to do is to throw a grenade, take an action to throw a grenade. I can use that to throw a grenade token, flame token. So for instance, if I don't want this one to run at me, I can throw the flame grenade there, and the demon will take damage as he passes through it. I've not gotten a chance to use them, so I'll have to read the rules specifically when that happens. All right, so that was my second one. Third one, I'm just going to move up here. And this fourth action, I'm going to leave. Now, normally, so I've left the building. Normally, the demons would get to mirror that, so I had basically 3 movements and a interact, in which case they would get, the nearest models would get themselves evade tokens. In this case, they do not, and we're resetting, and we've made it to the second room. So what happens here is we're going to roll a die again. This one we're going to see what room we're in. Now, if you end up in the same room twice, the second time you're going to actually go to the location you want. So I'm going to number 3, which is the cryo room. All right, so now this room is interesting. We have going on this layout again. Oh, this is a difficult one to get through. So we have entrances here, entrance here, and all right. So we have 2 locked crates potentially. Let's roll to see if we have them. 4. So we have 1 locked crate up here, and there's 1. We can see if we can find a console. So 3, 4, 5, or 6 means that the console is here. Otherwise, I guess we don't have it. Oh, we do have the console. And I believe the console fits right there. You should be able to see that. All right, next. Once again, determine where I'm coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to come in right there. See me there? All right. Hang on just a second. All right, so next step, we're going to see what we have for demons. There will always be demons, just sometimes there's more of them. All right, we got number 4. So we're going to spawn 2 blade demons. Which are these nasty ones. Where did one go? There he is. All right, so they're going to be, I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put the other one right behind them. All right, so now we're going to roll our 4 pulse dice. All right, not the worst, not the best. So we have 2 of our activations. We have a movement and an attack. So how this works is you're going to pick your closest demon. You're going to do the lowest one if they can. He can move, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. All right, then he's going to do an attack. So he does 1 damage, potentially, and he does. I'm going to use an evade token to eliminate that. And now it's my turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bash to eliminate him. It's doing 2 damage. They only have 2 hit points. And then I'm going to do a movement. I'm going to do a move and shoot. So I'm going to 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm not sure if I screwed that up last time, but I can only shoot 2 spaces. So he is in range. So the second, and then that's that. Now he gets to do a move and an attack. So he's going to move up to me and he's going to attack. These are called their mirror actions. I did a move. They get to do a move. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I did 1, 2. I'm just going to say that that was a style. That's going to get me a spawn token. Because yeah, that's probably more effective than actually trying to shoot him. So, it's going to give me that evade token. I do have the grenade. So he's going to move up to me and he's going to try to attack. He gets 1 potentially attack. We have 4, 5, or 6. We'll save it. And it does not. All right. That's not good. So, back to where we are. Ooh. Oh, this is not good at all. So, before I get to do anything, the closest model, he can't move, but he can attack, and he can attack twice. So, we're going to take 2 potential hits from him. 4, 5, or 6 saves. 1, 2, 3 causes me wounds. So, I'm able to save one of them, and I take a wound. That means I'm going to need another pulse dice. Now, we're already up to 5, so we're getting pretty close here. Yeah, this is getting ugly. So, and then I have 1 action, and I'm going to use that to eliminate that. The demon. So, now that there's no demons on the board, what's going to happen? They cannot do any mirror actions because obviously there's none left. But what happens is, now at the next turn, when I roll these pulse dice, any results of 1, 2, or 3 means that I have to roll the spawn. And so I have 2. So I will get 5 actions, but we will have to spawn demons again. So it's 1, which is the right behind me. I roll this again. We're going to find out if it's a frog demon or I'm going to be really screwed. And I'm really screwed. Basically, well, they're right behind me. So, I'm kind of limited. But luckily I have 3 activations I can do. So I'm going to use 2 bash attacks to destroy both of those demons. Get rid of them. And this last one I'm going to style. 1, 2. This is going to give me another evasion token. And we're back to where we were. So we're going on to the next turn. Now, mind you, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try to get down this hallway and out the door. Now, I have an option here. If I activate the cryo room, we get the slow effect in the building. Debating whether to do that. What happens is demons are significantly hampered, but there's also another pulse dice added. So let's see what I roll here. All right, so I've got these two actions. These three are going to mean that we're going to respawn demons. These are going to be two actions for myself. So I can, so let's spawn them. So we got 5. So again, we're going to spawn, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's put 1. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We're going to put 1 right there. So you see the layout, we have 1 hiding there, and the other one is hiding behind this. All right. And I have 2 actions. I think I am actually going to do this. I'm going to style up to that. It's going to give me another evade token. I can have a total of 3 evade tokens on me at any time. I'm going to use my last action to activate this console. What this means is that the cold effect is in play. So that means that demons lose all evasion tokens and can no longer perform the evade action. Demons are -1 movement, but the survivor must roll an additional bonus pulse die at the beginning of the wits phase. That bonus die does not count toward me dying. All right, so did my activation. So I did, let's see, I did a style so they get an evade, which they don't, and I interacted, which would normally give them an evade, but I don't because of the cold effect. Now the cold effect is going to be in the ship for the rest of the game, and we'll keep track of that. So now I have to roll for the next turn. We're going to have to roll 6 pulse dice. This could be really bad. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 for me, and we have 2 attacks. This is actually pretty good. That means because neither of them are in range of me, they cannot perform the attack action. So let's see. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or do I want to come up here and see what's in this crate? So I go 1, 2. I can style my way up here. Get myself another evade token, and we're going to interact. I'm going to see what that does. So we're going to roll. Let's see. There's a chart here to see what's inside this crate. And 3. Now it's a style soda. Now, style soda can be used to move 2 spaces and gain 2 evasion tokens. That's something to keep in my pocket. So that was 2. Now we're going to go 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to style up. Actually, we're already maxed out, so we're just going to move up here. Actually, we're going to style up there. So we did 1 move. We did an interact, which is an evade, so they won't get that. The style doesn't, they don't get a mirror action for that because of the evade rule. And so they do get, the closest one will get to move into contact with me. So hopefully I can get myself out of this room. Ooh, oh, oh. There's a lot of attacks coming. So movement. So the closest one can't move because he's closest to me. So these evade. These are evade results. Those do not work. So he's going to get 2 attacks. I save 1 and I take 1 damage. And then with my remaining activation, the one I did get, I'm going to interact with the doorway. Now I have to roll on this. I have to look at this because I'm in base contact with a demon. I have to look into this. I believe I have to roll. I'm not sure. Test. So I have to make a test. All right, so 4 or 5, 4 plus, I'm actually able to get through the doorway. 1, 2, or 3, I'm stuck there. And I'm stuck there. Ooh. So next turn. Oh. So this evade is going to be, because of the cold effect, the evade is gone. And the movement, he can't move, so this one's going to turn this a little bit. So he's here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and there are no attacks, but I do have 2 because I'm in contact. I'm going to try to interact again. 4, 5, or 6 means I can make it through the door, and there it is. I am out the door, and we've successfully made it out of the cryo room. Man, I am not going too far here. So, at any time when you're rolling for the room, you can voluntarily add a pulse die. Basically take a wound and to make it into the room that you want. So right now we're looking for the engine room. And I'm sure it's in here somewhere. So we're going to have to reset the board. All right. So we're going to roll this. This is going to determine what building we're going to. 1 is the corridor. Ugh. All right. All right, so as we can see, oh, there's a platform. Actually, the platform goes right here. All right, so let's take a look at this layout of this room. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Determine which doorway I'm coming through. So I'm actually going to come through that doorway. I'm going to switch this around. You don't have to do that. It makes more sense for me to coming through the door, the open door. All right. So now we're going to spawn demons. We'll see who's in this room. So roll a die. I got a 1. Okay. They're right behind me. Either way, this isn't the best. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. All right, I come into the room and there are 2 blade demons like right in my face. So we're going to have 1 here, aimed at me, and we'll put the other one right there. That is not a very good start. So, we got, especially with 6 pulse dice here. All right, so, well, it's not too bad. So the evade tokens are going to be gone. Now this is where things are going to really actually, and this could be the end of the game. So when blade demons, when there's more than 1 blade demon in contact with the survivor, they double their damage. So each one of them is going to do 2 damage for each attack. So we have 2 attacks here. Each one of those is actually going to do 4, so that's a total of 4 potential damage. So I need to do armor saves 4. And, okay, successfully got rid of 2 of them. 2 of them I'm going to have to use to get, use my last evade tokens. So now I have 2 actions. So I'm going to style on them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run down this, I'm going to dodge between the 2 diagonal movement. 1, 2. That's a style on. That's going to get me another evade token back. And then, you know what I did forget to do? I forgot to see if there's anything in this room, lockers or anything. That's fine. We're just going to get the hell out of here. So the second action, I am going to run for it. So 1, 2, and 3. So now, because it's cold, the demons, their movement is down by 1. So these guys can only move 2 spaces for movement activation. So I should be able to get through this room. So I got 1, 2, 3. All right, so they get an evade, which is negated because of the cold, and an attack, which they can't do because they're not in contact with me, and I'm going to run out the door. Boom, through that building rather quickly. Let's go to the next one. Like I said, what I'm looking for is the engine room. So I'm going to roll this D6. I'm really hoping for a 4. Now, if I roll a 1 again, which would be another corridor, that means then I can go to the engine room. Actually, I think I can go to my objective. So I got a 1, which means that we're going to go to the engine room. So, layout here, looking in the book. All right, there is going to be a locked crate up in this corner and a console down here. Where is it? Now we're going to roll for barrels, and there could be potentially barrels in here. We're going to roll a d6. 1 or 2, there's nothing. 3, 4, there's 1 barrel. 5, 6, there's 2 barrels. So we got a 4, so that means there's going to be 1 barrel in here. Barrels basically are, they don't really do too much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see where I'm coming in. So I'm coming in this side. So I'm going to swap these doors out quick. And where am I? Here I am. All right, let's see what kind of demons we have. All right, we got 3. This means prowl. It means that there's going to be spawn 2 blade demons. They're going to be out of line of sight up to 4 inches. So we're going to put them right there. And put one right there. And then as far away as possible, but in line of sight, we're going to put the demon. Now, because it is dark, we can't shoot each other. I can't shoot him either. So normally, once I can make it to this console, turn the power back on, lights come back on in the room, and we can shoot at each other. So they get plenty of. I get 1 activation. They get 5. So going at the lowest, we get 2. So there are no attacks. Actually, they really don't do anything. So no one can attack because these are in close range, and he doesn't have sight to me. And because of the cold effect is negating their evade. So I get to do mine, which I'm going to 1, 2. I'm going to move and shoot. Actually, no. I'm going to style and run forward. That's going to give me another evade token, and oh, this is going to be ugly in this room, especially with this many dice. Actually, no. Even better. I'm going to do that differently. I'm still going to move 2 spaces, but I'm going to do a run and gun. Run and gun is going to put 1 point of damage onto this demon. And I get 2 evade tokens. And I can move 2 spaces, boom, boom, by getting rid of my soda. All right. All right. Oh. Okay, we got a couple of movements here. So we're going to get rid of that 3. He's going to move. The next closest is going to move. Gun demons move 1, so he's just going to move 1 space. And the closest one will attack. So he will try to do 1 point of damage to me. And I do not get rid of it. I do not evade it, or I do not block it with my armor. So I'll have to use an evade token to take care of that. All right, so I believe we had 2 successful actions. So I am going to style my way over here. Get myself another evade token. And I'm going to do an interaction. I'm going to interact with this, and we're going to turn the lights on. Boom. Lights are now on. So you can see from the side view, I got the 2 gun demons pretty close to me, and then there's 1 more blade demon hiding up on this balcony. All right. Going to the next turn to see what the activations are. All right, got 2 1s. Ooh, here we go, here we go. All right, we got movements. So, Blade Demon can move up. I'm going to have him move in here. He's going to move. All right, so I'm going to do 2 attacks, both blasting, because this one, because he already had a wound, I do 2 more points of damage to him, knock him out. I'm going to do 2 points of damage to this one, knock this one out. That leaves me with 2 more. So we can do run and gun 1, 2, and we're going to do 1 point of damage to this one. And then we're going to do run and gun again, 1, 2, and we're going to put that last bit of damage on him. So that worked out. All right, normally we would have mirror actions because all the demons are gone. We're going to now, we just have to end the turn. So we're going to skip it. If I get any 1, 2s, or 3s with these die rolls, I'm going to be spawning demons. And I definitely do, but I do have 3 successful. So we're going to see what kind of demons we get, and we have 4. So again, 2, And I'm not too worried about it because don't even have to worry about them because I'm just going to run here and open up that door and get the heck out of here. So now we were in the corridor. So let's see what we get next. Oh wait, I'm totally lost. I totally did that wrong. I'm supposed to be getting that control panel. So, all right, so I need to 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm going to blitz. So it's 1, 2, 3. Blitz is a movement, though I have to roll a die. On a 6, I get an evade. On a 1, I take a damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing happens. And I simply dart through them. And I successfully go through them. So it's a movement, which is going to translate to a movement for them. A blitz, which will translate to a movement for them. And then I'm going to activate. Oh, wait. I'm totally lost here. I did activate this. Never mind. I'm out of the room. I'm getting tired. Hopefully no one's watching. Whew. Yeah, just ignore that last few minutes. So I've left the room. Now I need to find the nav bridge. So we're going to roll, see what room we ended up in. Sorry, that was a little confusing, but yeah. So it's the 5. Holy cow, it's the nav bridge. It's actually what I just rolled. So I'm going to rearrange this belt. Now this is still a lot of pulse dice. In order to reduce pulse dice, you need to find the armory. You can refresh your armor at the control panel, and then you can also find armor plates in some of the lockers. So let's see, the entrances actually are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have a console. Let's see if there's locked crates in here. We have one locked crate. I'm going to put one right there. And then let's see if there's a barrel. No, there's no barrels. So what I need to do is get to this point, activate it, and get out of the room. And then I have to, this will activate the evacuation protocols. So now we have to roll to see what's in the room with me. We got a 5. Okay, this is a prowling. So we have 1. Now within 4, but not in line of sight. So we're going to put them like that. All right. So what I'm going to do here now, I have an option. I can use my flame frag and put it in this hallway, because this guy's going to have to run down that hallway at me. He will take a damage if he goes into it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to stay where I'm just going to use my 4 actions. So he's got a movement. So he's going to move 1. Actually, he's going to go around the corner. 1. Tight. 1. 2. And he's going to use second movement to get into contact with me, and he will get an attack. And I do not save it, so I'll have to use one of my evades. But I have 4. Yeah, we're going to use 1 to get rid of him. We're going to do a bash on him. Then we're going to do run and gun, 1, 2. We're going to gun him for 1 point of damage, and then we're going to go 1, 2. Actually, we're just going to go here. We're going to run and gun the second one, doing the 2nd point of damage to him. He's eliminated. So, no demons to do mirror actions. All right. So I'm going to get 4 actions, and we will have demons respawning. It is a 2 this time. Ooh. So we're going to get these guys popping back in here. There's new ones popping out of the walls. All right, and a gun demon. As far away as possible with line of sight. All right. So I'm going to run and gun up to here. Run and gun will equivalent to, it will become a move in the mirror phase. So I'm doing 1 point of damage to this one. Then we're going to blast him, which is going to become a 2. That will eliminate him. And we're going to blast the other one. And then we're going to activate the console. Boom. All right. So I have 4 actions. 1, 2, 3, 4. So interact is an invade. They can't do it. But we did have a blast, so we have 2 attacks. So this one can move. So 1, 2. Now technically he's diagonal, so I think, I think he'll be able to do the 2 attacks on me. Even though he's on the platform, he is next to me. So I'm going to have to get rid of one of my evades and the other one I saved. So end of that turn. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 4. He gets 1. He can move, and he can't move, so he doesn't get to do anything. So I'm going to 1, 2. I'm going to style, and I'm going to style my way through again. So I'm going to get 2 more evade tokens, and I'm going to get out of that room. All right, so I'm out of the room. Okay, so the next room we're looking for is the escape pod bay. So I'm looking for either a 5 or a 6. 5 means it's an average, so I get to goes to the escape pod bay, and number 6 is just the escape pod bay. So it's a corridor. Now I've already been to 1 corridor, so we're gonna go with layout number B. Is it making any sense, Dan? Here's the layout I need to come up with. So, platform in the corner, double wall, quadruple wall, all right, let's see. Entrances, we have one here, and we have one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See where I come in. So, all right, let's check for locked crates. Somewhat, huh? I should probably do a video on how to play the game. So right now I'm gonna roll die to see if there are any locked crates in the room. 3, it means there is one locked crate. Now we roll on the chart again to see if there's any barrels. And a 5, 6 means that both barrels are in there. One there, and second barrel is right there. All right, now we go for demons. We roll to spawn demons. 4. So we have 2 blade demons in the prowling attitude. So let's start one right there around that corner. Second one. You know what? I'm going to start the other one right there on that corner. All right. So okay. So 1, 2s, 3s are demon actions. 4, 5s are going to be my actions. So demons move first. So select the closest demon. He gets to do a move action. Boom. He's right there. He gets to do an attack and another attack. So these each do one bit of damage to me. I get to do an armor save, 4, 5, 6 armor save, and I actually saved them both. And the last result was a 3, which because we have the cold effect in place on the ship, that demons cannot evade. So I have my 2 actions. I'm going to bash this one for 2 points of damage, which knocks him out. And I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3. And that, as a mirror action, is a movement and an attack. So he's going to come down. He's going to move into base contact with me, and he's going to try to do an attack. And I successfully negated that attack. So we're on to the next turn. We'll roll my 6 pulse dice. Ooh. Nice. So, Mr. Demon gets to do an attack on me first. I save it. Now, I get 5 actions. So, 1, 2. So I have plenty. So I'm going to style over here, which I maxed out on evade tokens, but otherwise it would give me one. Instead, I'm going to see what's in that crate. So we're going to roll a d6 on the chart to see what's inside. To interact with the locked crate, we're going to see what's in it. 2. So I got another one of these flamethrower frags. Not what I'm looking for. I was looking for more armor. And so that was 2 actions. Then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, get to the doorway. And my last one is interact and get out of the room. All right, so I'm leaving the corridor. So let's see what room we have next. Junk Sly. Well, you got to stop in for a little bit. All right, so we're going to see what room we have. All right, 1, corridor, which we're already in the corridor, which means that we're going to go to where we need to go, which in this case is the escape pod bay. So let's reset everything. Now, if it's not clear, when you leave a room, the demons do not follow you. They stay in place. So, escape pod room. Oh, we've got that, the 2. So I have 1 entrance here, 1 entrance here, platform, and the console is up here on this platform. All right, so now normally you have to discover the escape pods, and I'm sorry, I made it to the room. If there are escape pods in here, they're going to work. So at this point, I just need to, I don't know, wherever I start from. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this case, I'm going to come in this doorway, get to the console. Let's see if you can see it at all. Activate the console, and then activate this doorway to get out the escape pod. So I'm going to see if there's 1 crate in here of loot. Rolled a 2, which means that there is not. The last thing, all right, demons. See who's in here. 2. So, oh, this is not a good one. Oh, tell you about right. So he's going to be there. So he's going to be as far away as he can from me, as long as he has line of sight. Then they're going to be close, somewhat close to me, but out of line of sight. All right. Now we're rolling dice. Now I have 6 pulse dice. All right. 2, 2. All right, 4, 5, or 6 are actions I'll be able to use for actions, and these. Let's see. So I got 3 attacks from them. He can attack me. So Gun Demon is going to do 3 attacks. Each one of those is going to potentially do 1 damage. All right, I save 2 of them. 1, I do not. I'm going to lose an evade token. All right. All right, so I'm going to use one of these to blast him, which is going to put 2 wounds on him. Then I'm going to run and gun. It's going to put that 3rd on him. So one, 2, 3. We're going here. Actually, we're going to go right here. Actually, we're going to go right there. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, they get to do 3 movements. So this one closest cannot, so this one can move into range with me. I did not do... Oh, I did do a run and gun, which turns into a move. So they do not get to do a mirror attack because I did not do any direct... Oh, I did do a direct attack. So I did a run and gun, a move. Yeah. Blast, run and gun. So they will get to do a movement. So I think there's 2 movements and an attack. So he's moved, they both move into contact and one of them gets an attack on me. So 4, which means I save. Whew. All right, so end of their mirror actions, rolling the pulse dice. Okay. Neither of them can move because they are in base contact, but we get 2 attacks. Now, because they are in contact with me, they can do, it's basically potentially 4 damage. So this could be the end of the game if I really mess this up. And I saved 3 of them, took 1. It's going to get rid of an evade token. Oh shoot, now how many did I have? So I think I had 2 actions. There was an evade, 2, or was it 3? I can't remember now, so I'm just going to say I had 2 actions. I'm going to use them both to blast these guys. I might have had 1 more action. I should have kept track of those dice closer. So now there's no demons left to do mirror actions, so don't have to worry about those. And we go right into the next turn. Rolling the pulse dice. All right, we got 3, 3. Now, because there are no demons, if I roll 1, 2, or 3 on any of these dice, it means that demons spawn. So, and again, they're going to more of these stupid things. Out of line of sight, relatively as close as they can be. All right, so, but I have 4 activations, so I'm going to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. That's a move. Then I'm going to blast this one. That's going to turn into an attack. Get rid of him. I'm going to style on him, which is a slow movement that gives me another evade. And then the last one, I'm going to do an interaction, and I'll flip the switch. Oops. Flip the switch. So now all I have to do is get to that. So we have 6. 2 movements, an attack, and I get 4 activations. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, tight quarters there, but he did make it into contact with me. So he's going to get 1 attack. And I rolled a 1, which means I did not save it. So I'm going to have to take out an evasion token. Now I have to see if I can get out of here. So in order to get through there, I'm going to do movement 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not quite enough. And we're going to style up here, get another evade token. So style converts to a demon evade, but the 2 movements turn into movements for them. So he can 1, 1, 2, 1, and he's in base contact. All right, this is the die roll. So it looks like I'm thinking, don't want to get cocky, but I think I got this one. All right, probably the last pulse roll of the game. Just got to make it through that doorway. All right, and yeah. So 3 evades, which are negated by the cold condition in the ship. And I have 3 activations. Now, because I'm in base contact with, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to use 1, blow him away, use the next activation to open the doorway, and we fly off into space. All right, so that was a complete game of Demonship. That one actually went pretty easy. I've played it before where I died in the first room. I have had games like that. So I think this is something I'll probably do this again on Sunday. Possibly Sunday afternoon, stream another game of this. But anyway, if whoever's watching, thanks. And I'll see you another time. Thanks.